Welcome, everybody, to the 4th episode of Whiteside Weather Center. This time, we've got a full crew and not just one other person. As you all know, I am BHV, otherwise known as SPC Whiteside 0810 to all my Discord peeps or friends. And let's meet our other 3 meteorologists. We'll go top of the order on the voice chat to the bottom.
Greetings. I am Jake. You already know me from the last 3 episodes, I guess.
I'm Mason, and I haven't really been in the most of the talk show the last time. Yeah, I'm me, just the usual me.
Hey everybody, I'm Tyler from Tyler444, and I am from Chicago.
All right, all good. So we got a full crew. Unfortunately, Mason will have to leave at about 9:30 because he's got other things going on that are not in relation to the show. So
Wait, we don't have the... Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, now I see the format.
anyways, we got a few things to talk about today. Once again, only 4 segments, but with a bonus, so we might go an hour. We'll see. Here's what we've got. Our first segment, which is the main one, is the future of weather event live streaming on Whiteside Weather Center. We'll go more into depth with that later. Segment 2, we're going to be talking about YouTube meteorologists, people that go live and keep us informed about weather, guys like Direct Weather, Ryan Hall, Reed Timmer, other guys. Those are the 3 that I know of, and I guess myself. The third segment, me and Jake talked a little bit about weather radios and how good and how bad they are, or really just their differences. We're going to be going more in depth of that with a full crew. Segment 4, are outdoor sirens really that beneficial? Because they're only meant to be heard outdoors, and sometimes your house may be super far away from one. And as a little bonus, I'm kidding, we'll get to that later. And for those of you thinking this is like an April Fool's show, no, it's none of that. We're not April Fooling anyone on this show. This is a serious show. So anyways, let's get going with this. So, first segment, the future of weather events streaming on Whiteside Weather Center. Now, as you all know, I go live for weather events just about all the time. However, it just showed my face in a little graphic on the top. However, I'm gonna post these in general for you guys to see. Okay. And you guys can look at the future of weather event streaming. I'll post these in Whiteside Weather Center Talk Show. And for those of you on the stream, here are the new graphics that you will see on Whiteside Weather Center streams for live weather events. And you guys can see those in the chat. The graphics and the little transition.
Oh, nice.
Now this what you're seeing here is just an example. So basically you would have the risk at the top still, but then you would have National Weather Service radar, like here, let me update it. If it updates, dang it doesn't work. Oh well, you know it's there. And then over warnings in effect, you'll have the TORs, SEVERs, and FFWs in effect. And then the latest warning issued, which would say tornado warning, and then the counties, and then the time it's in effect until. So that's how that works. Still trying to get this stupid thing to work. And also,
I don't think you're that
one more
quick to
thing.
make it immediately.
I've got this little transition.
What?
So the transition will show the
lagging,
Whiteside
or
Weather
is it
Center
just
logo,
me?
and then I'll show the most recent warning that's been put into effect,
it's
which in this
maybe-
case shows a tornado warning. And then when I'm ready to transition back, I just do the same thing, and then we're back. So, guys, what do you think of the new Whiteside Weather Center graphics? You can see them in
You're
chat.
severely cutting out.
Yeah.
Am I?
Okay, so it's not. So it's not.
Well, my connection's poor, so...
Very cool. Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, my connection's poor. Give me one second.
I think it's... Yeah,
Folks,
hang
give
on.
us a second. We're gonna... Folks, give us a second. We are going to go ahead and make sure my connection's okay. Give us a minute.
Is freaking
Okay, we're
wrong.
okay. We're good. We're good.
Good.
Nope, it's dropping out again.
Nah.
It's dropping again. But can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully it stays at 2 or 3 bars. We need 97. I don't know what that means. So you guys can see these graphics, and I'm red again.
Yeah, you're cutting out again.
Then fix your internet, man.
Okay, we're good. Back to green. But you guys can see those graphics in WWC Talk Show. What do you guys think of them?
I think they're pretty good. I have a suggestion.
They're definitely a lot better than the last time.
I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, I have a suggestion though. On the top where it says like the risk and event, for the example one, enhanced risk event, you should make that whole color on the top like orange for like enhanced. So like green marginal, yellow would be slight, orange would be enhanced, red would be moderate, and purple would be high.
I get that,
then,
but here's the thing, Tyler. They're supposed to represent the Whiteside Weather Center colors. Like if I go ahead and cut back real quick, they're supposed to represent the colors of Whiteside Weather Center. Oh, and there's one more thing that I forgot to mention.
Oh,
It's going to take me a minute to get this loaded up. I'm red again. Okay, we're green. But anyways, on the graphic here, my hope is that I can show the day and the time, so kind of like Ryan Hall does. So overall, what in the world was that? Garbage. Out of here.
Okay, I'll stop.
You better.
I better
Crap,
stop.
I'm yellow. Now I'm ready. Now I'm green again.
connection keeps going on and off for you probably, but my
But what
connection
internet
is
provider you have?
Comcast.
And then maybe that's why.
Yeah, because they suck so much.
So do I. For some reason, it's good over here.
But I just have Xfinity. Oh wait, Xfinity is Comcast.
Yeah, it's the
my
same
other-
difference. But yeah, anyways, I feel like these graphics will be really cool for my weather event live streams. They're kind of based on Ryan Hall's graphics, but a little bit different. But hey, I just tried to make
My
something
boss.
good, and I think it came out pretty good.
Let's get started.
Right now we are 9 minutes in, which is about where I want to be. So I feel like
Okay.
Whiteside Weather Center will change dramatically with that.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right.
Okay. Next thing. What is y'all's favorite YouTube meteorologist?
So there are meteorologists out there like Direct Weather, Reed Timmer, and my favorite is Ryan Hall, y'all. He does excellent work.
I'm kind of
Yeah.
I'm kind of in a tie between Ryan Hall and another meteorologist YouTuber out there, Nate Snyder, who does a lot of great work, especially like Ryan Hall, yo, but he's not exactly like Ryan Hall, yo, like a duplicate. He's not exactly like that. He just he gets out his information the best as he could. He gets it out fast to a lot of people. And yeah, I just think it's a tie between Ryan Hall, y'all, and Nate Snyder.
The reason why I like Ryan Hall is because when he puts out a video giving out information, I'm yellow with my connection again. As I was saying, the reason why I like Ryan Hall is because when he puts out his information, he goes well in depth of what could happen, what risk everyone's under, who's at the greatest risk of something, the timing of everything, and he does such great work. And during his live streams, he's keeping everyone informed essentially 24/7. He's live sometimes for about he goes live. Now, my uncle told me he also watches Ryan Hall. He told me he's seen him gone live going live until the YouTube limit of 12 hours, and then going live again for the same
Why
event.
that long?
Yeah.
That's
That-
like,
So much dedication.
His job is to keep people informed, you know?
yeah, that's a lot of dedication. I really like Ryan Hall, y'all, and he's one of my favorite YouTubers because he basically shows everything from models to severe weather to basically everything. And I really, really like it when there's destructive severe thunderstorm warnings and there's tornado warnings out because he's like, this city needs to get the shelter. It's gonna pass by this Walmart. You need to get the shelter. I like how he does that. Like name specific things, tells what to do, how to get in the shelter, and things like that.
Yeah. He's so good. I was watching his live stream of the what was the day? March 30th, I think. On March 30th
Yeah.
for that weather event. There were tornado warnings being issued like crazy, and he was able to keep track of absolutely everything.
Mm-hmm.
And when there's a tornado warning issued and you're watching his live stream, there's this awesome sound effect that comes up. There's like, doo-doo-doo-doo, a tornado warning has been issued. And then he does like red lights and sirens in the background to be like, hey, if you're in this warning, better get shelter now.
I thought it was just gonna be a funny Vine boom when the issue gets.
then-
What are you
Tornado
talking about, Jake?
emergencies.
I don't know what came up to my mind.
So, Jake, who's your favorite YouTube meteorologist?
I don't know. I never really watched YouTube meteorologists.
Well, we suggest Ryan Hall.
Yeah.
Another
He's a
good one
good guy.
is Direct Weather. He uploads stuff about incoming weather threats and other patterns. Like, hey, this could be the pattern for this winter. It could be rainy. It could be stormy here or snowy here. It could be warmer here. He goes in depth about weather threats. Basically just like Ryan Hall, except he doesn't go live for events like Ryan Hall does. How many times can I say Ryan Hall in this segment?
Many.
Yeah, very many. You can tell I really like his content. But yeah. That's really all I can say. I think we've come to a general consensus that Ryan Hall is the best YouTube meteorologist, and I will never come anywhere close to his knowledge about weather, his quality, or anything. None of us will.
He is one of the best YouTubers out there, like for weather-wise.
Yes.
He really, really, really does a good job, especially during tornado outbreaks. And when the tornado emergencies come, he focuses on certain storms or one particular storm, like the one in Mayfield. He was like focusing on that continuously, like really watching it. And you could tell in his eyes he was getting real scared for the people in Mayfield. So I'm really grateful that he's actually like watching out and really paying attention to all that stuff.
That was a
And-
serious situation.
That was, and even though that's usually an office where they issue nothing, Ryan Hall loves the National Weather Service and every forecast office. He says that they do a good job. But that's just from him saying, and I've heard a lot of other meteorologists, like weather meteorologists, like YouTubers, storm chasers. They look at storms and then they like see what's in them, like rotation, but then I've noticed a lot of more storm chasers, like they're pretty surprised that the National Weather Service doesn't see like the rotation, doesn't put out like a tornado warning, like for example, but they all love the National Weather Service and I love the National Weather Service. And that's basically really grateful that there's YouTubers like that still support that kind of stuff and to keep us informed and updated.
So,
Yeah.
real quick, when he goes live, he works with several other meteorologists. Brandon Lane, Reed Timmer, Zach and Frankie, Vince, I can't read that, Brett Adair, Brad Arnold.
Reddit.
Reed Timmer is a storm chaser. He goes live during weather events in his car all the time. He chases the storms.
He's wild, man.
Reed Timmer.
Yeah. Like, oh my god! Oh, look at the tornado on the ground! Oh my god! Something like that.
I don't watch his content as frequently as Ryan, but he's really good too. But again, Ryan Hall's just so good. Now, I'm going to extend this segment a little bit because I think we've come to a general consensus that Ryan Hall is the best, and I kind of want to get to 10 minutes. We need 3 more minutes on this segment. Going outside of YouTube, now you watch the local weather. Who do you think is the best news meteorologist?
I'm Skilling.
Tom Skilling?
Yeah.
He's good, but I don't watch him since I don't live in Chicago.
Or Mary Kay Kleist.
I don't know who that is either.
Mary Kay Kleist is the one for CBS News, Chicago First Alert Weather.
What about
and Tom
Skilling?
Skilling's for WGN 9.
Oh. Hello, Jake. Do you have a point of view?
Yeah. The sad thing is, well, although I do got satellite TV, I don't really
Pay attention.
watch. Look, yeah, I don't really pay attention to it.
It's okay.
There are some, when stuff is happening, I do tune to
You do tune in.
yeah. Either
Now-
I think NBC.
For my local news station, WQAD News 8, which is an ABC branch, we have 2 meteorologists, Andrew Stutsky and Morgan Strackmine. Andrew Stutsky usually does weekdays, and Morgan Strackmine does the weekends. But this Friday, it was Morgan doing the forecasts. I don't know if that's an April Fool's gig or whatever, but I don't know.
Morgan Freeman.
Maybe the other one was out sick.
Could have been.
Yeah.
Sometimes you'll see Morgan working on the weekdays.
Mm-hmm.
It can be pretty frequent, and then Stutsky's filling in on the weekends just to give Strackbine a bit of a break. But yeah, I do watch the forecast every morning. I tend to go onto the WQAD YouTube channel because with our streaming service, we don't get WQAD, which is sad. So I go to their YouTube channel, I find the forecast, I watch it. It takes like 5 minutes out of my day. So,
Wow.
yeah. I'm glad. And by the way, speaking of weather, I'm so happy there was no bad weather for the softball game I went to. Sterling won 11-8, by the way. Anyways, getting back to weather, because Jake will scream at me saying this is not sports if I don't get back to weather right away. He did that in the first episode. Go back and watch that one. Yeah, because that's when I was saying, I went to a girls' basketball game. It was a good game, and then a snow squall warning. He's like, "This is not sports," and I'm like, "Bruh, I was gonna get to that." Okay.
Yeah, when that snow squall warning was issued, my dad was like, Tyler, you need to turn this off.
I don't know why I don't know why your dad is just such a hater to the EAS. It's there to keep you safe, not annoy you.
He thinks it's annoying.
It's not. It can be. I mean, actually, it can be because I was really annoyed on March 5th.
He just doesn't want me like. I guess my guess is he doesn't. I guess actually, really, really wanting me to get into it, but I'm into it. So
next, I think before we've gotten very sidetracked, we have lost all control of this show. By the way, Mason's gone. He had to go to his little thing. We're not going to say what it is on film. So we're going to move on.
Okay.
Segment tree.
Move on quickly.
Going more in depth on weather radios and their differences. If you don't recall from the last crappy episode of Whiteside Weather Center, that episode was crap. Jake and I talked a little bit about weather radios and their differences and which ones you should get. We're going to go in more in depth of that in this episode.
Today.
So I own 6 weather radios. The first one I got was a Midland WR120. Let me pull up the spreadsheet.
Excel.
It's a Google sheet actually. I don't use
Okay.
Office. Where's it at? There it is. The first radio I acquired was a Midland WR120 EZ. I got it on September 3rd, 2017. Its first weather alert was a flash flood warning, but I wasn't filming EAS at the time. My first catch off of it was a tornado warning.
Okay. My first weather radio was a Sangean CL100.
That was my second.
It had, of course, it had AM FM.
Yeah, that was my second weather radio that I got on July 10th, 2020.
And I think
one
my
day
first
before
ever
Vigorous
alert
Intensity 1.
Wow.
First alert on that thing was an SVR. Those
I
two
think it was,
radios right there. Go ahead, Jake.
March 14th. March 14th when I had my first weather radio, the 2020.
It's such a good radio. Like, real quick, I'm going to jump ahead a little bit. The fourth radio I got, we're going to skip past the third one for now. The fourth one I got was a Midland WR400 version 2, June 8th, 2021. Guess what the first alert on that one was? A flash flood warning. If I got a flash flood warning on there.
Flash flood warning.
Now, I'm going to explain the difference between a CL100 and a WR400. Tyler, your first weather radio was... I already know what it is.
The WR120?
Wrong. It was the WR400.
No, it actually wasn't. Well, it actually wasn't. It wasn't both of those.
Then what was it?
My first one that my grandma gave to me.
Ham radio
yes,
doesn't
my
count.
grandma- Okay, all right. Well, then it was the WR120.
You had the 120. Do you still have it?
I do not have it.
What'd
I
you
have
do?
the WR400 now and the ER50.
What'd you do with the 120?
I just, because the antenna broke on it like a couple years ago, I just decided to just box it and just kind of just throw it out and just get a brand new WR400. And my parents got it to me for Christmas. So
The thing is, you could find antenna replacements and not just throw the radio away.
yeah, but was lazy and I kind of wanted a new one anyway because it had AM FM too.
Now, the antenna broke on mine and the faceplate also fell off. However, I still use it to this day. It's still functional and it's still usable. It works. It does its thing. Even with a broken antenna, it still does its thing flawlessly. It's so good. I love it. I mean, it was my first radio, and because I've had it for almost 5 years, I'm probably not going to get rid of it.
Okay, I should probably mention the Recom 1650 A through D.
I have the 1650D.
Now, its antenna, it easily bends. It bends.
It does.
At least for me. Yeah.
It's probably because you have the A and I have the D, and mine has a better antenna.
Yeah.
I acquired my 1650D on September 11th, 2021. What a day to acquire a radio.
Yeah.
The first
Yeah.
weather alert,
And
but the
also-
first alert on that radio was an Amber Alert, but the first weather alert on that was a tornado watch.
Wow.
Now let me go
Yeah,
through the differences between the three AM and FM radios I have, which is the CL100, the WR400 version 2, and the Recom 1650D, which, if you guys have seen my EAS videos, I have set right next to each other on my bed table. They all have weather band, they all have AM and FM, they all have an alarm clock, they all have an extremely loud siren that wakes you up in the middle of the night for a special marine warning issued to you, Jake or Tyler.
Marine warnings.
Marine warning.
Luckily,
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about that crap because I live in Northwest Illinois. But yeah,
Yeah, but I don't worry about it. And guess what? That there was a lot of special marine warnings at SBRs one time.
Oh, yeah.
next. Anyways,
Wait, one more thing.
you can talk about that one more thing when I'm done. Anyways, the CL100 I think is the best radio out of the three, simply because It is great for distance radio station catching, otherwise known as DXing. I don't know if you guys do that. Jake, you might. I don't know about Tyler.
Well, yeah, sometimes I just click a channel. Oh, it's supposed to be KWO39. It's like KZZ something something in a Grand Rapids. I'm like, what?
Sometimes, there was one time where it was supposed to be KZZ 55. It was on my 120, but it was some station in Wisconsin?
WWG 90.
No, it was KE2XKP.
Oh yeah, that's in National Weather Service lacrosse, and that's an office I hate.
Next. I don't know why I was doing that, but it can DX like AM and FM stations too. Like it can, especially at night. Like you can pick up Dubuque station, you can get Wind, you can pick up WMT, WHO at night, WLS. You can get a lot of good stuff, especially at night when those clear channel stations increase their power.
Yeah. No, so the main problem with WR100s is just sometimes at some point in their
Especially
life
on the
they
version
just
5.
it's just do a constant beep.
That is
just
known as the
different
high-pitched squeal of death. Like, you're
That is
screwed.
the major flaw.
My ER50 though, and I know we're on this topic, but I want to share it anyway. So it's Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
National Weather Service Chicago sends a weekly test rang here at 11. It wakes me up, and it's like, boo, got this loud siren. So then I press the button to turn off the alert, right? So when I press the button, now it does this high-pitched noise, and I try to press it's been doing that and not shutting off. So I tried pressing like every button and holding every button down. It wasn't turning off. So after like 45 minutes of hearing that high-pitched noise, I finally figured it out. I had to move the battery just a smidge, and it turned off, and it reset itself. I don't know what happened.
Now, I've never had that happen to me before, so people don't let that discourage you from buying an ER50. But I will say one thing right now about the ER50. It is 1050 hertz activated, not SAME activated. So for those of you who really don't like being woken up in the middle of the night for a special marine warning issued for the lake, or a severe thunderstorm warning 3 or 4 counties to your west, don't get that. Don't do it, okay? Just buy a SAME radio, 120, or basically any other radio but that one or any of the Eton radios. Because these Eton radios, such as the SolarLink, the FRX3, even the Zone Guards, they do have 1050. They do have SAME activation, but they also have 1050 hertz. So if they miss the SAME activation, they can get the 1050 hertz, and that'll wake you up. Which I think it's pretty cool that it has SAME and 1050 hertz. There aren't many radios like that. And that's with pretty much every Eton radio.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
I'll tell you one thing. The CL100 also, in the same spot on my table, that can pick up WSCR Chicago. The 400 cannot. The 1650D cannot. So I think if you're getting an AM and FM radio, $60 well worth it for the CL100. And also, handhelds are incredibly difficult to get. Like, I got my EH55, which is really just an HH54, reskinned. I got that as a birthday gift on my birthday. All right, I got it as a birthday gift on my birthday. Do I have to say birthday twice? No.
Birthday.
Next. But yeah. They're kind of hard to get, especially Radio Shack. Like, you'll probably find the HH54 for a lot of money on Amazon or maybe Midland's website. I have no idea. And Radio Shack, good luck getting a Radio Shack radio that's new because Amazon doesn't sell them. Because they're bankrupt. Well, they're not bankrupt anymore. They're still alive, but...
Well, they just discontinued
all their radios. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I wanted a Radio Shack radio, but I decided to stay away from that.
And
another radio, the AlertWorks EAR10 AlertWorks stopped making radios, but the EAR-10 is literally WR-120, except it looks like a giant alarm clock.
It looks like a stupid Tetris block.
It also activates for 911 telephone outage emergencies for tornado watches.
Wow.
Pure Insanity 9.
How can AlertWorks put that through?
Oh, hey. Pure Insanity 9.
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you what, Michael was raging about that for, I don't know, like 10 minutes. He was raging forever.
He's on the tangent.
Yeah, anyways. So I feel like
Okay,
we've
we're
given
gonna-
y'all a general idea of what radios are like and their differences.
Okay.
I would get a same radio. I don't get the ER50. Don't get any of the E Plus Ready series unless you're going on a hiking trip. Get a same radio, a same activated tabletop radio like the 120 or the CL100. WR400 is good too. Get one of those, put them on your table, and you can have them sit quietly in the corner, activate for your county only, and it'll keep you safe. That's my recommendation. You guys have any further comment?
I would say to get a HD radio for DXing EAS alerts, but does
HD
not
radios. Those are. I was gonna get a Sanjan HDR 14 or whatever the model is, but I didn't do it.
Yeah. And also, Sparks are insanely hard to get.
You can't get those anymore. The Spark SHD TX2, I think, is the model.
Yeah. The test alert, and then the Windows 98 chimes.
Pew, 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 pew.
I mean,
That's my
Yeah,
impression.
the HDR does the same, technically.
They do, technically. Next. So, yeah,
Okay.
those are pretty cool. We're going to move on to segment 4, which is our final segment until our little bonus, which shouldn't be
Okay.
too long. Are outdoor sirens really that beneficial?
Yeah.
Someone outdoors, yes.
But inside, you cannot hear him.
Yeah, you
Well,
can't hear it.
also, say, like, Sterling was under a tornado warning at 9 o'clock. The tornado sirens didn't start sounding until 9:20. That's only because the storm did not reach our area till then. So, you didn't have any advance warning. It's like, get inside now.
Okay. So on June 26th of last year, I was under a TRC for the south of Lake County, which I was, mainly I was in northeast of Lake County at that time, and I've gotten the WA on my phone, and they did activate sirens, which they are close to this house actually. I can hear them pretty well, and the weather radio still works.
I'll tell you one thing.
Yeah, when
If you're indoors all the time, the weather radio is the way you want to go. But if you're a big outdoors person, I would 100% go for the. I would 100% keep a radio on you, but the sirens are really beneficial if you're an outdoors person.
exactly. And I'll bring up another example. On September 11th, 2019, there was a supercell that developed in McHenry County, and that prompted a tornado warning for Lake County, McHenry County, and Cook County. So I got it over my radio, and it was completely unexpected. So I was like, tornado warning, and I'm dropping all these swear words and
Hey, watch your language, Tyler.
and everything like that. And then I had to wait like maybe 10, 15 minutes, and then our sirens activated. And then I'm like going crazy. I'm like, blah, 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 tornado warning. And then on August 10th, the sirens went off before the radios. So if you know, on August 10th, we had another tornado warning for McHenry and Lake counties, and both tornado warnings were for my area. So the sirens went off and everything.
Now,
was just
Sterling, since we've moved here, I've only ever heard the tornado sirens go off, except for tests, 3 times. Three times.
And was that all for tornado warnings?
They were all for tornado warnings.
Oh.
March 28th, 2020, May 23rd, 2020, March 5th, 2022.
Now, I've only heard my tornado sirens here in Antioch go off for the real deal twice in alert mode, and that's for tornado warnings.
Do you remember the exact dates?
I hope to never hear from my tornado siren for the real deal, the attack mode. Because guess what? That's for things like nukes, and you don't want that. I hope to never hear that for real.
Do you remember the dates?
When my sirens went off, yes.
What were they?
August 10th and August 10th, 2020 and September 11th, 2019.
Okay. But yeah, mine were March
In
28th.
2018, on September 3rd, there was another tornado warning for Lake County, but it was well to the south, so they didn't sound our sirens.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, 3 times. Another occurrence, August 2nd, 2015. That's when there was a line of storms developed in Wisconsin and prompted a tornado warning for Eastern Lake County, which did drop a tornado that destroyed Gray's Lake, basically.
Jake, what about you?
Um,
Again, June 26th, you had that one. Do you know of any others? In Chicago sounded their sirens that day, too. They were under a warning. It's really rare for downtown Chicago to be under a tornado warning, so those things are barely used.
I was sad because they did not do that scary alternate whale.
I kind of was, too, but I feel like it's for the better because they're warning people, not scaring people.
Oh, yeah, another one. May 27th, 2019, Memorial Day. That outbreak.
Yeah, that was a big outbreak. I was like, oh my gosh, is this really happening?
It was happening.
That
That's
was my
before
first time under a tornado warning.
It's pretty rare.
It was before I had
It was for, I can't remember correctly. Blue Island, Dixmoor, Harvey, well, not maybe. But Orland Park and Tinley Park, I forgot. Maybe. I'm not good at remembering, so I'm just gonna probably find the data.
We, as weather geeks, have gone over every time we've heard our sirens, and I think the general consensus is that they go off after the radios at our phones. So what's the consensus?
Why you need to get a radio.
As people who own weather radios, are outdoor sirens useful?
So at that time, I was not in full weather radios yet. Well, I was just starting into EAS making, but they were still unexpected for me.
But are they useful to us who own weather radios? Yes or no?
What?
Are sirens useful to us who have weather radios on our sides alerting us of things? Are the sirens useful, yes or no? What do you think?
It's suboptimal. I mean, if you're outside, sure, but you're inside, it's not really that effective.
Yeah, because I could hear them from my basement. So if I didn't have radios, I would know that I was under a tornado warning because there are sirens there, and my phone would go off. So I'd say yes and no.
Check the talk show. This was the warning.
Warning. Moving forward, we have.
Yeah.
So I think. Wait, Tyler. What about you? Did you give your point of view? Are tornado sirens useful? Yes or no?
My point of view.
What do you think?
I'd say they're not beneficial unless, I mean, if you're in your house, it might not be as official because it might not be as beneficial because the sirens are mainly for outdoors. But if you're outdoors, have the weather radio and the siren with you because the radio could go off before the sirens.
Yes.
Just make sure to have a weather radio outdoors if there's like a big outbreak or something. Like sometimes I bring it on if there's overnight trips, like any overnight trips, I bring it on. And just when there's like severe weather outbreaks and we're going somewhere for like coaster trips, but then severe weather's in the way, you got to keep updated on that.
Yeah, I agree with you. So I think we've come to a consensus that they are and aren't useful.
Mm-hmm.
I really like this debating that we do on the show. So now as a little short bonus, what are the best April Fool's jokes you guys have made? Because this is April Fool's Day, why not talk about April Fool's Day a little bit? We didn't April Fool's anybody wants. So what are the best jokes you guys have made?
My one April Fool's joke was tricking all my school friends that I was moving to Florida today and that I was going to miss everybody and saying goodbye to Antioch.
Oh, God.
And I got him so hard.
You got them good. I made
Yeah,
several
I got
today.
him good.
I made several today.
All right.
Now, you want to hear some of the ones I made?
What?
Yes.
One that I made, I'm actually not in physical education. I work out at home. Now, one thing I said...
You're lucky.
So one thing I said was that I would be joining PE next year, April Fools. Another one I made, I'm moving to East Peoria, Illinois, April Fools. Those are a couple of the ones I made today, but I made so many more. And I'll tell you what, my friends and classmates are so gullible. They fell for it every time.
Mm-hmm.
Jake, what are some of the best you've made? What is that garbage? Next. All right, go ahead, Jake.
I really don't do nothing on April Fool's Day.
You don't believe in it?
I do, but I don't know. Just haven't.
Another one I
done it.
made. Here's a little context for this one. In our orchestra, one of the songs we're going to be playing is a Lady Gaga hit mix, which I'm not so sure about. But I do like the other three songs. The three other songs we're playing in our concert are I'm Shipping Up to Boston, Bohemian Rhapsody, and a Mexican piece known as Besame Mucho. Now, one of my orchestra classmates loves Lady Gaga hit mix, and I always complain. And I told her, Lady Gaga hit mix is the greatest song ever. And she's like, yay, you like it? And I'm like, April Fools.
Did she cry and poop?
No. She was just like, seriously? Come on. But yeah, that was pretty funny. I was laughing. Unfortunately, I can't make those jokes anymore. It's the end of the day.
I can actually make one.
Well, Tyler, don't do it on the show. Don't do it. Don't even try it.
But I will tell you, seriously, I have access that you don't have to models that could go 2 weeks out.
Oh, God.
Exactly why I said that there was going to be severe weather 6 days in advance.
April
weeks
Fools. You're April Fooling us. Wait, what is
not
this
April
garbage?
Fools, I'm serious.
You're April Fooling us.
No, I'm not.
Out of here.
I've quid for Chevy van.
You. I don't know what that is.
I say there's gonna be severe weather, and you guys are like, show it, proof.
Wait.
I want proof. Show it.
Oh, God.
I'm like, Okay,
So-
here's my models.
So, yeah. I think that's just about all we've got. Do you guys have anything else to add before we cut off? Because I think that's it.
No.
No.
All right, so that's the end of the show. We're about 45 minutes. That's about where I wanted it at. So I think we did pretty well. Anyways, for those of you watching at home, if you like this show, hit the like button. If you want to see more of this show, subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any new uploads or any Whiteside Weather Center podcasts.
Have a great day, everyone.
For Jake and Tyler, I'm BHV, and until we meet again, let's try that again. For Jake and Tyler, this is BHV, and until we meet again, this is good night.
Bye.
Goodbye.